Okay, guys, to me, we were treated to a great episode. The opening scene with the destroyers deploying the shuttle pods with the infiltrator droids was so reminiscent of the scene in The Empire Strikes Back when Vader deployed the pods with the probe droids. I was so geeked. So this episode obviously was Zeb-centric, and we're going to get to see the warrior in action. So the episode starts off with the infiltrator droid landing on Altalon, but he is quickly overcome by the spiders on the planet.
Wedge, let's go. Move it. We're behind schedule, Phoenix Squadron. I want these fighters launched and at the training coordinates by 062.
Hera, Kanan, and the crew are going on a training mission. However, Zeb is left behind to babysit Chopper and AP-5 during their inventory duties. Zeb goes out to investigate a downed perimeter scanner near the base. Upon finding the downed scanner, Zeb finds the Imperial infiltrator droid, who seemingly is deactivated due to the spider attack. Zeb unwisely brings the infiltrator droid back to the base, where AP-5 powers up the infiltrator droid. Upon activation, the infiltrator droid's memory systems are damaged. AP-5 takes on the new droid as an assistant. Meanwhile, Zeb is called to the command center where he receives a message from Fulcrum regarding the missing infiltrator droid. Zeb quickly puts 2 and 2 together with the droid that he has found. Then what we get is a simple looking droid who transforms into this menacing looking combat droid armed to the teeth and is as agile as a Jedi. With the infiltrator's great leaps and speed, Zeb is quickly on the defense as the infiltrator engages him fiercely. Zeb manages to damage the infiltrator into retreat. Now the story takes on an Aliens type of vibe when the infiltrator has to feed on the parts of rebel droids in order to repair itself, leaving droid carcasses in its wake. Gave me a great space horror vibe. I really enjoyed that. Zeb comes up with a plan to capture the droid without having to fire a shot, as the warehouse is filled with weapons and explosives. Chopper finds the droid feeding on the power supply of another droid. He lures the infiltrator droid towards Zeb. Zeb pounces on the infiltrator droid, and another great battle commences. Zeb manages to wrestle the infiltrator droid on its back in an attempt to allow AP5 to deactivate the droid. After shutting down the droid goes into a self-destruct mode armed with a proton warhead. Chopper quickly freezes the countdown mechanism and delays the countdown. Zeb then comes up with a brilliant plan to reset the self-destruct mode on the infiltrator droid and send it back to the Empire to let it destruct before it could transmit any information on the rebel base. After resetting the droid's programming, they follow him back to his aircraft. The infiltrator droid attempts to send a long-range transmission. However, Zeb quickly shoots down the transmission dish, stopping the transmission. The infiltrator droid is sent back to the Empire. It executes its destruct mode while on the Star Destroyer. Kallus reports to Thrawn regarding the incident, where Thrawn reveals that the rebels have greatly narrowed down his search to 94 planets.
The rebels have won this battle, but the war will be ours.
Whoa, guys, we're going to get into my final thoughts in just a moment. All right, guys, so I obviously love this episode. This was a lot of fun with great action. We even got to see how Thrawn's plan is coming together. So the infiltrator droid, wow, that thing was cool. How would I love to get that in a figure form Black Series 6-inch with the ability to transform into battle mode, man. That thing was so damn cool. The infiltrator's protocol or probe mode form is based off of the original concept art for C-3PO by Ralph McQuarrie. So that was very cool, and it's very nice to get that concept form canonized. So now all we need is to get that in a figure form. So Hasbro, if you're listening, man, please get that damn thing out to us, man. All right, so we got some great action from Zeb in this episode, along with some not so great decision making to some very good and outstanding decision making and leadership from Zeb. So this was a really cool Zeb-centric episode, and really gave him more depth and development with the character. I really enjoyed it. But the biggest takeaway was Thrawn narrowing down the search for the rebel base. And this is a spoiler alert, but we do know from the mid-season trailer that the Empire does find the rebel base from the scene where they show Wedge and Hera watching the bombardment of Chopper Base from the protection of the shield. All right, guys, so my score for this episode is going to be a very strong 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode. There were some awesome visuals, especially with the opening sequence. Kind of gave you that Empire Strike Back feel with the pods taking off from the Star Destroyer there. We got some great fighting scenes between Zeb and the Infiltrator. The destruction of the destroyer was also a great visual. And then, of course, we got to see Thrawn and his plan coming together. So overall, this was an excellent episode. it most definitely could have been a 9.0, but there was a couple of things that I had a hard time buying. For one, the freezing of the self-destruct mechanism, that was a very hard sell for me, as well as tampering with the infiltrators systems. If it had that type of protection system, I think it should have gone off no matter what type of tampering they did with it. So those were a couple of things that I had a hard time buying with this episode. But I'd like to know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you enjoy this episode? Did it meet your expectations? Did you think that this was a filler type episode? Put those comments down below and let me know what you think. But I really want to thank you guys for watching this review and recap of the Rebels episode Warhead. Again, I thought it was a very fun episode, but I want to thank you guys for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you love Star Wars content, please hit the subscribe button. But thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time.